Imagine waking up one morning and feeling a little uneasy, wondering if the money you've worked so hard for is still going to be there when you need it most. That feeling, that uncertainty hits deep because your CPP and OAS payments are not just numbers in a bank account. They are your freedom, your security, the promise that the years you've dedicated to building a life for yourself and your family won't slip away quietly. And now, with these April rule changes, it can feel like the ground beneath you is shifting. But here's the truth: you are not powerless. You have the ability to understand, to prepare, and to make decisions that will protect everything you've built. These changes are not just abstract policies, they directly affect your life, your plans, and your dreams. When you take the time to understand them, you reclaim control, you step into knowledge, and you turn uncertainty into action. Every rule has a story, every adjustment has a reason, and every number can either be a challenge or an opportunity. The moment you grasp that, you start seeing things differently. You start seeing how the choices you make today will shape the life you live tomorrow. Whether it's planning when to start your CPP, adjusting your OAS strategy, or simply knowing exactly how your payments will be affected, this knowledge is power. And power feels incredible. It feels like the ability to breathe a little easier, to sleep a little better, to face the future without fear. Because when you understand these changes, you aren't reacting, you're deciding. You're navigating your retirement with confidence instead of confusion. You're turning something that could be stressful into something that makes you stronger. And that's what today is all about: giving you clarity, giving you insight, and giving you the tools to protect the life you've worked so hard to create. These April changes are happening whether you watch or not, whether you prepare or not, but the difference will be yours. The difference is in knowing. The difference is in taking control. And the difference is in stepping forward with confidence, understanding, and the knowledge that your future is still firmly in your hands. We all know that understanding retirement rules can feel overwhelming. CPP and OAS are supposed to be the safety nets we rely on after years of hard work, but when the rules start changing, it can leave you feeling lost, frustrated, and even a little scared. And that feeling is real. You're not alone in it. Everyone who has ever faced a sudden change in their retirement planning knows the confusion and worry that creeps in when the numbers don't make sense or the deadlines seem impossible. It's exhausting to try to make sense of government updates, complicated terms, and deadlines that suddenly feel like they're closing in on you. But the truth is, it's okay to feel that way. It's normal to feel unsure, because these changes touch something deeply personal. They touch your security, your peace of mind, and your freedom. And feeling that pressure shows just how much you care about your future. The good news is, you don't have to navigate this alone. Understanding doesn't have to be complicated, and clarity is possible. By taking a moment to focus, to break down the rules step by step, you can turn that fear into confidence. You can go from feeling like the rules are controlling you to feeling like you are in control. Every person deserves to feel safe, empowered, and knowledgeable about their retirement, and today is about giving you exactly that. Today is about walking you through the confusion, answering the questions that make your head spin, and showing you how these changes actually impact your life in ways that matter most. This is your time to take a deep breath, step back from the overwhelm, and see the bigger picture. Because when you connect with the information, when you understand the rules, you start feeling that shift from worry to empowerment, from confusion to clarity. Your retirement is too important to leave to chance, and you deserve to feel confident, informed, and in control. By taking the time to truly understand these updates, you're doing more than just preparing for numbers on a page. You're protecting your peace, your freedom, and the life you've worked so hard to build. And that is a feeling that nothing can take away. It's easy to hear about changes to CPP and OAS and immediately feel a little worried, like the rug has been pulled out from under you. But what if we flip the story? What if instead of feeling anxious, you felt ready, empowered to act, prepared to make decisions that actually strengthen your future? That's the real power of understanding these updates. These changes aren't just obstacles, they're opportunities. They are a chance to see exactly how your retirement works, to identify where you can adjust, and to make choices that could improve your situation. Every change, every new rule, every adjustment in payments carries information. And information is power. When you know the rules, you can use them to your advantage, you can plan with confidence, and you can make decisions that give you peace of mind instead of stress. Think about it: every time you faced a challenge before, the moment you understood it fully, you found a way forward. This is no different. These updates are your moment to step into clarity, to transform fear into knowledge, and knowledge into action. It's a reminder that your retirement is not something that just happens to you, it's something you shape, something you plan for, something you can influence. You've spent your life making decisions, building a career, saving, planning, and working hard. Now it's time to use that same energy, that same wisdom, to navigate these rules and make sure your retirement reflects all that effort. The power isn't in avoiding change, it's in embracing it, understanding it, and using it to make better choices. And when you approach these updates with hope and purpose, suddenly everything looks different. You're not waiting for the system to dictate your life, you're taking charge, stepping forward, and turning these rules into tools for your security and freedom. Every adjustment you understand, every option you explore, every informed decision you make builds a stronger, more confident version of your future. And that's what hope really is. It's not wishful thinking, it's the courage to see possibility, the clarity to take control, and the confidence to act. When it comes to retirement rules, it can feel like you're staring at a wall of confusion. Numbers, percentages, deadlines, eligibility rules. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, like the information is designed to confuse rather than help. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be that way. Clarity is possible, and simplicity is powerful. You don't need to understand every single detail immediately. You just need the essential insights, the ones that truly impact your life. That's what makes all the difference. Imagine looking at your CPP and OAS updates and feeling calm instead of stressed. Imagine being able to see exactly what these changes mean for you, how your payments will be affected, and what choices you can make to protect your future. That calm comes from understanding, and understanding comes from breaking it down, step by step, piece by piece. These rules aren't some abstract puzzle, they are real steps that affect your security, your freedom, and your peace of mind. And when you take the time to understand them, suddenly the picture becomes clear. You can see the opportunities hidden inside the changes. You can plan, adjust, and take action in ways that make a real difference. Simplicity doesn't mean ignoring complexity, it means focusing on what matters, filtering out the noise, and giving yourself a clear path forward. Every number, every rule, every deadline is meaningful, but only if you know how to read it. And that's what today is about, helping you see the information clearly, giving you the tools to understand it easily, and making sure you feel confident every step of the way. There's incredible power in simplicity. When things are clear, decisions become easier, stress fades, and confidence grows. You can face these April changes not with fear, but with purpose, knowing exactly what they mean for you. You can take control of your retirement, protect what you've earned, and make choices that support the life you've worked so hard to create. Understanding brings freedom. Clarity brings confidence. And simplicity gives you the power to act. When you grasp the rules in a way that makes sense, you stop reacting and start planning, stop worrying and start moving forward, and stop feeling lost and start feeling empowered. Every moment you spend turning confusion into clarity is a moment invested in your peace, security, and future. There's a special kind of strength that comes from understanding. When it comes to your CPP and OAS, knowledge isn't just power, it's freedom. Every rule, every number, every adjustment holds meaning, and the moment you grasp it, you step into a space where you can make decisions with confidence. You're no longer at the mercy of confusing updates or unexpected changes. You are the one in control. Think about it for a moment. After years of working hard, saving, planning, and investing in yourself, isn't it only fair that you feel confident about the money that will support your future? When you take the time to understand these updates, you're not just learning about rules on paper, you're protecting your life, your comfort, and your independence. That feeling of empowerment is incredible. It's the difference between waking up worried about what might happen and waking up knowing exactly what steps you can take to secure your future. Empowerment means being able to make decisions that align with your goals, your lifestyle, and your dreams. It's about having the clarity to know when to act and the confidence to act wisely. And it's about taking control, not later, not when it's too late, but right now. Every adjustment, every choice you make today has a ripple effect on the life you'll live tomorrow. You have the ability to choose the timing of your CPP, to understand how OAS changes affect your payments, and to plan strategically so that your retirement is as secure as it can be. That is true power. It's not about avoiding change or pretending it won't affect you, it's about facing it head-on, fully informed, fully prepared, and fully in control. And when you step into that power, you feel it in every decision you make. You feel it in your confidence, your peace of mind, and your ability to create a future that reflects all the effort, dedication, and love you've poured into your life. Knowledge gives you choices. Choices give you freedom. And freedom gives you empowerment, the kind that changes not just your financial future, but the way you live, plan, and feel every single day. When you embrace this power, you're no longer waiting for life to happen, you are shaping it, leading it, and owning it with pride, purpose, and confidence. Change can feel unsettling, especially when it touches something as personal and important as your retirement. When you hear about new rules for CPP and OAS, it's normal for your heart to race a little, for questions to pile up in your mind, and for that nagging worry to creep in. How will this affect me? Will I be okay? That tension, the uncertainty, the concern, the fear of the unknown is real, and it matters, because it shows just how much you care about your future. But here's the beautiful part, that tension is only half the story. On the other side of it is relief, the kind that comes from understanding, from clarity, and from knowing you are taking the right steps to protect what you've worked for. Every rule change, every new adjustment, every piece of information can feel like a storm at first, but storms don't last forever. When you take the time to understand them, to break them down step by step, suddenly the clouds begin to part, and you see the path forward. That relief is powerful. It's the moment when fear turns into confidence, when confusion transforms into control, and when worry gives way to peace of mind. It's the feeling of finally knowing exactly what to do, exactly what to plan, and exactly how to take charge of your retirement. And that feeling isn't just comforting, it's energizing. It reminds you that you are capable, that you are prepared, and that you can face whatever comes your way with intelligence and courage. You don't have to let the changes scare you. You can face them, understand them, and turn them into an advantage. That's the real gift of this moment, the chance to move from uncertainty to clarity, from fear to confidence, from hesitation to action. When you feel that shift, when you embrace the knowledge and see the possibilities, everything changes. You realize that these April updates aren't a threat, they're an opportunity to strengthen your future, to make smarter choices, and to take full control of the retirement you deserve. And that relief, the deep, genuine sense of understanding, is not just comforting. It's transformative. It gives you energy, courage, and the focus to act today so that tomorrow feels secure, confident, and full of possibility. You've earned the right to feel that peace, and by taking the time to understand, you step into it fully, with confidence, clarity, and hope. Right now, this moment is yours. Right now, you have the chance to take control of something that matters more than most people realize: your retirement, your security, your peace of mind. These CPP and OAS changes are happening, whether you notice them or not, whether you prepare or not, but the difference will be yours if you pay attention, if you engage, if you take action. Every second you spend learning, understanding, and planning is a second invested in your future, in the life you deserve, in the comfort and freedom you've worked so hard for. There's a special kind of energy that comes when you decide to focus, when you lean in, when you choose to be informed instead of passive. That energy is empowering. It makes you feel alive, alert, and in charge. You begin to see clearly that these changes are not obstacles, they are signals, they are warnings, they are opportunities to step forward with wisdom and courage. This is the moment to listen carefully, to absorb every detail, and to act with purpose. This is the moment to tell yourself, I will not let confusion or fear dictate my future. I will take control. I will understand. I will plan. Because your retirement is not just a chapter, it is a reward, a celebration of everything you've achieved, a time when your effort and dedication finally pay off in security, comfort, and freedom. And the way to make that future real is by acting now, by being informed, by preparing, and by making decisions that reflect your dreams and your needs. You have the power to shape your path, to understand the rules, to navigate the changes, and to turn what could feel overwhelming into clarity, confidence, and control. This is your call to action. This is your invitation to step forward, to focus, and to embrace the knowledge that gives you strength. Every update, every adjustment, every piece of information is a tool you can use, a step you can take, a choice that strengthens your security. Don't wait. Don't ignore it. Lean in. Listen. Learn. Act. Your future is calling, and the difference between uncertainty and confidence, between worry and peace, is in your hands. The moment to take charge is now, and nothing can be more powerful than deciding today that you will face these changes with clarity, courage, and unwavering determination.